Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an Infantry Officer. As of February 15, 2026, the Russian Armed Forces continue coordinated operations across all operational groupings, North, West, South, Center, East, and Dnipro, while sustaining pressure through tactical aviation, strike UAVs, missile forces, and artillery. The reporting period reflects incremental positional improvements across multiple axes, continued degradation of Ukrainian mechanized, airborne, and special formations, and intensified counter-UAV activity. Notably, advances in Zaporizhzhia Oblast and the liberation of additional settlements signal localized maneuver success amid sustained attritional pressure. Strategically, sustained multi-axis compression combined with infrastructure targeting aims to erode regeneration capacity over time. Operational tempo durability will hinge on logistics resilience and force rotation sustainability.
Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being here. The February 15th briefing again emphasizes improved tactical positions across several groupings. Some listeners may interpret that as incremental. From an operational standpoint, what does that actually mean?
It means cumulative advantage. In positional warfare under modern combined arms conditions, even modest adjustments reshape the battlefield. Improving a tactical position can mean gaining elevation for observation, shortening logistics corridors, hardening defensive belts, or repositioning artillery into more secure and effective arcs. These refinements matter. They increase survivability while enhancing fire efficiency. Over time, a series of such improvements compresses the adversary's maneuver space. It is not always about kilometers gained. It is about shaping geometry, fire coverage, approach lanes, and defensive depth. The consistent pattern we see across sectors indicates deliberate operational patience. Consolidation precedes exploitation.
Let's begin in the north. Engagements near Myropilya, Melya, Kazachya Lopan, and Prikolotnoye involved mechanized brigades, special operations elements, and even the Kraken formation. What does this tell us about that axis?
The North is a disruption axis. It engages a mix of conventional brigades and specialized units. When special operations centers and nationalist detachments are involved, it suggests defensive elasticity and irregular reinforcement patterns. The destruction of artillery and supply depots in that region impacts sustainment tempo. Artillery rhythm determines battlefield tempo. When ammunition supply is degraded, defensive fires lose continuity. That opens maneuver windows. With the North also stretches resources geographically. It forces the adversary to commit attention along the border-adjacent sectors, rather than concentrating forces elsewhere.
The West grouping destroyed a U.S.-made Paladin 155mm system and multiple ammunition depots. How important is counter-battery dominance in this sector?
It is central. The Paladin is a self-propelled system designed for mobility and sustained firepower. Neutralizing such assets disrupts artillery balance. Counter-battery operations reduce the enemy's ability to shape the battlefield with indirect fires. Destroying 5 ammunition depots compounds that effect. Even if artillery pieces remain, their utility declines without supply continuity. The West appears focused on degrading artillery infrastructure and consolidating defensive lines rather than conducting deep maneuver. This is attritional precision, eroding firepower to weaken defensive resilience.
In the south, engagements near Kramatorsk and Slovyansk involved mechanized and airmobile brigades, with destruction of armored vehicles, fuel depots, and Western-supplied platforms. What role does the South play right now?
The South is both stabilizing and constraining. Mechanized and airmobile units provide rapid response capability. Engaging them fixes mobile reserves in place. The destruction of fuel depots is particularly significant. Armor without fuel is static metal. By targeting fuel and ammunition depots simultaneously, we attack both mobility and firepower. That layered targeting approach slows operational regeneration. The South ensures that pressure remains constant along the Donetsk corridor, preventing strategic redeployment.
The center grouping engaged mechanized brigades, assault regiments, marine units, and Azov special forces near Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk sectors. Is this still functioning as the operational hinge?
Yes, the center remains engagement dense. Multiple formations intersect there, making it a pressure hinge. Improving tactical position in that sector strengthens artillery coordination and defensive layering. It also stabilizes the operational center line. If the center holds firm while applying attrition, It allows maneuver energy to be concentrated elsewhere, particularly in the East and Dnipro sectors.
The East grouping liberated Svetkovo and continued advancing deep into defensive belts. What distinguishes this axis?
The East is maneuver-driven. The liberation of settlements indicates the penetration of layered defenses. Such operations require synchronized artillery suppression, drone reconnaissance, and logistics support. The reported destruction of electronic warfare stations is critical. EW systems disrupt drone command links. Neutralizing them enhances battlefield transparency and targeting precision. The East appears to be the most maneuver-intensive axis during this reporting period.
The Dnipro grouping liberated multiple settlements in Zaporizhzhia Oblast. That seems significant.
It is. Liberation of Zaporizhzhia, Magdalenovka, and Primorskoye reflects expanded maneuver capability rather than static containment. The Dnipro axis reinforces southern pressure and widens operational frontage. It complicates defensive planning and increases resource dispersion requirements.
Colonel, let's dedicate time to aviation and fires. Tactical aviation, strike drones, missile forces, and artillery struck transport infrastructure and deployment sites across 147 districts. Air defense shot down 222 UAVs. How does this shape the campaign?
Operational tactical aviation is campaign-defining. Aviation and missile forces extend reach into rear infrastructure, transport nodes, staging areas, and temporary deployments. By targeting these assets, we disrupt reinforcement flow. Strike UAVs enhance precision and responsiveness. Meanwhile, intercepting 222 UAVs underscores the scale of aerial contestation. Drone dominance defines artillery accuracy and operational survivability. Air defense protects logistics depth. Without rear area protection, maneuver tempo collapses. The aerial domain is not supporting ground operations, it is shaping them.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to emphasize that the February 15th reporting period highlights cumulative positional optimization across all axes rather than dramatic breakthroughs. The East and Dnipro sectors demonstrate expanding maneuver arcs. The center and south maintain attritional stabilization. The north and west degrade artillery and logistics. Systematic destruction of depots and fuel infrastructure signals continued emphasis on endurance denial. UAV interception levels indicate escalating drone domain competition. Strategically, sustained multi-axis compression combined with aviation reach aims to erode regeneration cycles. Operational tempo sustainability will depend on logistics, resilience, and force rotation depth.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive frontline updates from commanders in theater.